Twitch has been hot water recently, either regarding their Twitch streamers, such as Emiru and Miskif, or how Twitch has handled all these things, such as 0 guards at TwitchCon or 1 week ban on sexual harassment. This is some serious stuff, but I want to talk about another serious problem that Twitch has had for a long time now, which is small streamers who are getting banned without anybody noticing. This is the story of Vint3r. I'm Lil Mozepia, and I have a goal to help out other content creators to give them the second chance that they deserve on content creation overall in general. Not just streamers, not just YouTube, just anybody who wants to get that second chance, who actually does deserve it. And by the way, this is called Better Call No. Now, if a big name on Twitch, let's say for example Ludwig, gets banned, a lot of people will know about the ban and obviously be shocked about it, you know what I mean? At the same time, there will be a lot of people who will say, hey, he didn't deserve the ban, or he did, depending on obviously what he did get banned for. I mean, it's just an example. I mean, there's no hate to Ludwig, obviously, if he's watching this, but it's just an example, right? Well, with Vint3r, he can't really get that, because guess what? Vint3r was a Swedish Twitch streamer who started out making Marvel Rivals content, getting around 30 to 40 concurrent viewers every single stream, to then having a tournament, having other Twitch streamers getting 100 concurrent viewers on it, which is, I will say, pretty impressive for a person who just started out, their streaming career just a few months ago, which is pretty good. Either way, a few days after that tournament, Vint3r's boots off stream and gets a certain message from a viewer named Vint3r Gay, going over a message on how he will sort of destroy Vint3r's career. I'll read it now. No matter what you do, I will be here watching, ready to fuck you up again and again, pussy. You won't ever do what you did again, talking with others saying people are weird. No, you are fucking weird. And as soon as you fuck TOS, I will report your ass again over and over. Fuck you and your shit tournament. Well, it's just one single, hate watcher. What could go wrong, obviously? Now, the 9th of September, Vint3r gets banned or an indefinite suspension. If you want to get more information, I would recommend you guys go to his X or his Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to go over the first 3 paragraphs it's just a long message in his highlights, alright? It goes like this. My name is Vint3r. I'm 23 years old and live in Sweden. On September 9th, 2025, I received an indefinite suspension on my Twitch account, Vint3r, for serious violent threats. I believe the ban is valid, and I take full responsibility for anything I have said. I'm not certain of the exact words that caused the suspension, but I said things along the lines of, I will hurt you and I will kill you, to members of chat. When I said these things, they were never meant as serious or real threats. I direct them towards people in chat I know well, and they also understood them as jokes. That being said, after reflecting, I now realize these statements are not jokes at all. They can easily be taken as serious threats, even if they were never intended that way. I fully understand this now, and I will never make such statements again. Against anyone again. Again, I can't say for sure if what he says, if he meant it or not. That's why I'm gonna try and get in contact with Vint3r to see what he has to say, as well as Twitch if they have anything else to say as well. All right, I just want to say thank you, Vint3r, for coming out and obviously accepting the invitation to talk and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I just want you tell me about yourself and your streaming career or stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm Vint3r. I used to stream a lot on Twitch, stream like multiple times a week, long hours, 24-hour stream, shit like that. A lot of Marvel Rivals, stuff like that. But in my heart, it was definitely streaming that I loved, like streaming for the community and bringing like a community together, a bunch of people that I learned to know and enjoy spending my time with, streaming and stuff like that.
All right. So, what did Twitch say about the ban? You know what I mean? Was it justified? Do you think? Did they say anything about it? Like, what did they say?
Well, it's kind of a gray area, right? Because they did give me like a reason for the ban, but it's more like their reason. Like I got banned for serious violent threats, right? That's what they put, but they never specified exactly what I said or what I did to get banned. So I can only speculate, And I'm gonna start off by saying like I've never made any like serious violent threats where I actually meant any harm. I can now understand that things you can say things and they may sound bad and you may not mean anything bad, but um, it can still break the rules, And I think looking back at what happened, that might be it. So if I were to guess what happened, it was probably me saying that I'm gonna like cause harm to somebody as a joke, but obviously it's not really a joke because it's against the rules. But me jokingly saying to like my friend or somebody in chat, "Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass or I'm gonna hurt you or something like that," you know. But yeah, that's my guess. Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, all right. So, who was the target of the serious violent threats? Was it a longtime viewer or a
Why I said it
newcomer,
to?
who just started watching you?
I mean, it's just banter. Like I used to do it like quite a lot of times, you know. So I mean, I never did it to new people. I never told somebody that didn't know some fucked up shit like that. Obviously, because they could take it out of context, and they could actually take it as threats, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. It was definitely to somebody that I knew. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know 100% sure about like what exact clip or what got me banned, so I couldn't really say. But yeah, I would like in my memory, I wouldn't say that to a new person. I would never do that because that like it's wrong, you know. They could take it the wrong way, so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't risk it.
Now, was this Twitch that found out about your stream and how you were, talking, or was it a viewer from the inside who, just watched you and, started just hate watching you, kind of?
Well, this is also an interesting part about the ban because when I got banned, like a few hours before, some guy made an account, and that account came into my stream. It was called Vint3r, and he started spamming like racist shit and a bunch of racist shit with my name in it. And I banned him as soon as I could, right? But that was really random. That was like the first time anything like that had happened to me. Like somebody coming to my chat and is hating on me, you know, like with like fucked up shit for no reason. Um, so 2 hours later, right, I get banned. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened? So I assume it's that guy is spam reporting me because I did get banned for a VOD from the day before. So I guess he has spam reported me until I got banned. I don't know his motive for it. I mean, I have my guesses, but we can probably talk about that later. So yeah, it was most likely some guy who didn't like me for whatever reason.
Now, did this exchange, have a toll on your day-to-day life? You know what I mean?
Which I mean, it affected me in like the most negative way I could think of, I guess. Because I mean, streaming was everything to me. It still is. I still want to pursue it, and like I love doing it. It was everything I did every day. You know, I spent all my energy, all my time, whatever I was doing. I was working on the stream or streaming or planning the next event. So yeah, to me, I lost everything. You know, like I lost purpose, I lost motivation for anything in life, and I started like acting really abusive towards myself. A lot of old bad habits kicked in, and I just didn't give a fuck. You know, so it was like really bad, and I mean, I'm still like I still haven't recovered from it, but you learn to pursue other things, I guess. But like deep down, I'm still super hurt by this, and I want it back so fucking bad. It's all I want. So I think about it every day, you know. So yeah.
Now, okay, what's your opinion on how Twitch handled this whole exchange? Was it like professional or not and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty widely known that Twitch can be pretty. I mean, I don't want to say unfair, but kind of unfair with bans sometimes because you can see people do like really fucked up shit, like that's definitely against rules, and get away with like a temporary ban, even after repeated violations. And then you see people like me who do something like that, um, but it's considered a max offense for them. I've never been banned before or warned or anything, and I get permanently banned or indefinitely banned for first time offense. Yeah, no, broken the rules before. It was the first time I ever got warned or banned or anything like that. You know, first ever punishment from Twitch, and it's an indefinite ban for something I didn't mean to do on purpose. You know, yeah. So that's also what hurts me because like I'm like, how the fuck can this even be real? You know, like first time ban forever. Everything I worked for 6 months, thousands of hours. You know, I don't know. So yeah.
Now, I just want to see if you have obviously accepted that you also did wrong, for example, because then again, you don't want because then again, I don't want this to happen again, obviously. So, have you accepted that you've done wrong, and
Yeah.
will you
So it
learn from your
is.
mistakes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I don't blame Twitch, and I don't blame the person who reported me. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. Okay, I understand now that things that I said was might have been against rules, right? And even if I was doing it as a joke or whatever reason, it doesn't really matter because it's still defined in the rules. And I've learned that after reading them thoroughly afterwards, you know. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I learned a lot. I've definitely changed in the ways that I act, like on stream and stuff like that, and it changed me a lot because I realized stuff, you know. I realized I can't do this and that.
Did anyone try and help you? Was there any, content creators or other people that were trying to help you out, or?
I mean, a lot of people did, probably more than I know, or something like that. Because I did reach out I made a Discord for the tournament, so I posted it there, and a lot of them reached out and supported my Twitter post that I made when I got banned. A lot of them like tried to help me in other ways, in any way they could, you know. So I got help from a lot of people, and for the months afterwards, like up until now, I've still had people try to help me. But I don't think it's that easy to get a response from Twitch because they're very strict, you know. And I understand that it's their image, it's their brand. They have to be strict. But yeah, people have definitely tried to help me and support me because they also agree that this ban is extremely overwhelming for what really happened. And they think I think they agree I deserve a second chance, you know, which I think I do as well. Because in all honesty, I never had any intent to cause any harm, you know. Even though what I did was wrong, I never meant anything bad, and I think that's really important when you give somebody a second chance.
Do you think Twitch thought it was fine banning you because you're a small streamer, and were they like just trying to go for a small content creator because this is just easier?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with my size as a streamer. You know, like I've been streaming for 6 months. I didn't have a huge following. I had close to 1,000 followers, so I'm not really noticed when it comes to, I guess, their revenue. Well, yeah, I do think so, which I understand because that's how companies are run. You know, like you can't focus all your resources on things that doesn't really affect your uh, your agenda or your direction. You know. So I get it, but I still think it's kind of fucked up that you just leave people like to bleed out. You know, you just leave them behind and you don't care what happened. Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
This case resembles a whole lot of things with the Scumna situation. If you don't know who Scumna is, Scumna did a kick only run on God of War, and because of that, he said, I will kick you to death to one of his friends, and he got an indefinite suspension as well. It has a lot of resemblance, but yet still, I want to help out Vint3r because, again, Scumna got help from his friend. Vint3r doesn't really have anybody. So I'm trying to make this video so that more people can give eyes to this, whole situation and help Vint3r out. So, I tried to get in contact with Twitch to see what they had to say via Twitch support on Twitter. I don't know if it's different on different platforms. That's how I did it, at least. And this is the response they gave me. By the way, the question was like, "Hey, I'm trying to find this streamer. I don't seem to find him. I'm acting as if I was like a viewer trying to find where the streamer is. You know what I mean?" And this is the answer that they gave me, right? "Hello, Mosby man. My name on Twitch. Please follow. I understand that you're unable to find a streamer. And now this is the big one. Channel owners and moderators are free to ban anyone from their channel, regardless of the reason. If you have been banned from chatting in a specific channel, you can request to be unbanned using the unban request feature, as long as the channel owner has this option enabled." What the actual fuck? This is easily the worst response that Twitch could have given. What the hell is that? Giving all the blame to the streamer, taking no accountability for something that you did. At the same time, manipulating the audience so that people will think that the streamer is bad, not you guys, because you were the ones who actually banned him, but acting as he was the one who banned them from their stream. It's manipulating, not taking any accountability for something that you did. It's just flat out, rude from a big corporate entity. I don't know. It's just, I'm mad at this. You know what I mean? It's like if I went to an airport, right? And I'm just trying to find my flight, but I can't seem to find it. I asked the flight attendant, like, "Hey, where is my flight?" You know what I mean? And she says, "Oh, maybe the captain doesn't want you on the flight. You should go ask him." When in reality, you were the ones who, canceled the flight entirely. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you would give me that answer of all things. But I did ask them again, and they just said, "Hey, the streamer is unavailable. He's suspended. We can't give you more information," and that's pretty much it. But I'm like thinking to myself, like, why can you give me that answer at first? You know what I mean? Why could you give me the blaming the streamer answer instead of, "Hey, we actually we suspend the streamer answer. It's too weird. Here I would talk about something else that has a big part of the whole Vint3r situation, as to like who is Vint3r gay, but it involves other streamers, and I've talked to one of them, and they said, "Hey, I don't want to be part of it." And there's no reason as to ask the other one because, well, one has already said no. So I mean, that should be respectable at least. You know what I mean? So, final verdict. What is my opinion when all of this? You know what I mean? I think that Vint3r does deserve the second chance on streaming. I think Vint3r is overall just a really good guy, just taking, just being in this crossfire, you know what I mean? Of just having a hate watcher at the same time, a big corporate entity against you, taking all the accountability for something that he did. And honestly, he did deserve something of like a warning or a temporary ban, but an indefinite suspension is a bit too much. At the same time, what I think that Twitch has done to this whole operation, again, giving no clips, taking no communication, at the same time, manipulating the audience, taking no accountability for something that you did, it's just flat out rude at the same time, you know what I mean? You can't really hate on Twitch because again he wants to be on Twitch, you know what I mean? And that's respectable. Twitch is the biggest, streaming platform, and I do respect that. But it's so mean to these smaller streamers, or these streamers that does deserve, these that does deserve the highlights, and you're giving it to people like Nina Lin, for example. It's just getting me mad. You know what I mean? If you agree with Vint3r getting a second chance, you guys should absolutely go support him, and we'll make this hashtag big on every single platform. All right, I will call it Free Vint3r. Yes, boys. Make this hashtag big on every single platform. All right, every single social media platform that you guys can get access to. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate all of you who has stick to this video and honestly agree with my take. Please do help me out with this Vint3r case because again, I'm just a guy with 100 subscribers. I can't really do a whole lot. I need your guys' help. A huge shout out to Vint3r, by the way, and his community, obviously. A huge shout out to Vix as well, because he was also a lot of help with the Vint3r case stuff. Because, I mean, hell, we can't really talk about it because, again, it involves other streamers. But I really do appreciate it. All their socials and stuff like that is important, is down in the description if you guys want to check them out on their streams, Discords, whatever. Please go check them out. Really do appreciate it, guys. And if you guys know any more people that does deserve a second chance, please do let me know in the comments, on Discord, on whatever. And thank you guys for watching the first installment of Better Call Mo. See you guys.